BabyBus.
5 peas in a pod. Once upon a time, there were 5 peas living in a pod together. These 5 peas all sat in a row, feeling the warmth of the sun and enjoying the nourishment of the rain. Gradually, as they grew up, they couldn't stand to sit still. They wanted to go out and play.
Are we going to sit here forever? I want to go out and see the world.
The first pea pushed his head against the pod. The second pea pushed his belly against the pod. The third pea kicked against the pod with all his might. But the pod didn't move.
Maybe when we get a little older, we'll be able to find our way out.
When the other peas heard what their little brother said, they all nodded in agreement. When autumn came and the peas were ripe, the pod began to turn yellow, and so did the 5 peas. While the peas were sleeping, they suddenly felt the pod start to shake violently.
What's that? What's going on?
I'm scared.
They were soon plucked and put into a basket. The pod burst open with a loud bang, and the 5 peas flew out and landed on the grass. A little boy came over and picked up the 5 peas.
Wow, 5 peas. This is perfect. My pea shooter needs 5 bullets.
Pow, pow, pow. He put the 5 peas into his pea shooter. The first pea said excitedly,
I'm gonna fly up into the sky.
Pow! The first pea flew up into the sky and soon disappeared. The second pea jumped about in excitement.
I'm gonna fly all the way up to the sun so everyone can see me.
Pow! The second pea flew away too. Feeling a little scared, the third and the fourth pea clung to one another.
As long as he doesn't shoot us into a tiger's mouth, we'll go anywhere.
Pow! The third pea and the fourth pea flew into a pile of straw where they could sleep comfortably. The fifth pea trembled with fear.
I'm so scared. I don't want to leave my brothers.
Pow! Still trembling, the fifth pea flew out.
Ah! It's so scary.
The fifth pea didn't dare open his eyes. Before long, he fell onto a muddy windowsill. He looked through the window, and there he saw a little girl and her mother. The little girl was sick. She coughed as she lay in bed. Her face was pale, and her voice was weak. There was plenty of sunshine and rain on the windowsill, and one day, the fifth pea noticed that his round little body had changed.
Wow! I've grown long arms and legs, and it seems I've gotten pretty strong.
The fifth pea had taken root on the windowsill, and he had become a pea shoot.
I want to grow tall, and I want to get big.
The fifth pea was no longer the timid little brother he had been in the pod. He worked hard to absorb all the nutrients he could so he could grow into the strongest pea vine in the world. One morning, as the sun was shining on the windowsill, the little girl saw some green thing peeking at the window.
Mommy, I see something by the window. What is it?
Her mother pushed the window open to have a look.
I wonder where the seed came from. It's sprouted on our windowsill. This is great! You have a small garden now.
The little girl said happily,
I'm going to take good care of this pea plant. I hope it grows to be big and tall. If it produces flowers, that will be even better.
The girl's mother tweaked her nose.
Then you need to get well soon and grow big and strong like this pea plant.
She smiled happily as she hugged the little girl. The little girl worked hard, watering the pea plant and watching it stretch its tiny leaves. As the fifth pea grew taller and stronger, the little girl got better and her cheeks became rosy. One day, the little girl leaned against the windowsill, talking to the fifth pea. As she talked, she fell asleep. Suddenly, dark clouds filled the sky and it started to thunder. The fifth pea thought,
This is not good. A storm is coming. I need to hurry and wake the little girl.
The fifth pea shouted with all his strength. "The storm is coming! Wake up! Wake up!" In a daze, the girl heard the fifth pea's voice and woke up. By this time, the wind was blowing so hard against the window that it was flapping, and the rain was pouring into the house. The fifth pea was blown east, then blown west, but he didn't care about himself. He anxiously told the girl, "Close the window and stay inside."
But the wind is so strong, you snap.
The little girl turned and went back to the house, where she quickly put together a shelter made of plastic bottles held together with Scotch tape. She placed these over the fifth pea, sheltering him from the storm. Inside his shelter, the fifth pea wasn't afraid of the storm. He said to the lightning, "I'm not afraid of you. I've grown up, and now I'm the brave fifth pea." The next day, the storm finally passed, and a ray of sunshine fell onto the windowsill. The little girl opened the window.
Oh, there's a pink flower on the pea plant. It's so beautiful.
After the storm, the little plant had grown a beautiful pea flower. A pink raindrop fell onto the petals of the little pea flower that had grown from the fifth pea, and a voice came from the sky.
I really did fly into the sky, and I took root in the clouds. I'm sending this pink raindrop to keep you company in my place, little brother, and to congratulate you on growing up.
A rainbow shone on the fifth pea's petals, and a voice came from the sun. I really did fly into the sun. Let this rainbow keep you company in my place, little brother, and congratulate you on growing up. The third pea and the fourth pea were still sleeping soundly in the straw, and in their dreams, they saw their little brother and his beautiful flower. They decided they would venture out into the world where they could take root and grow their own flowers. The fifth pea continued to live on the little girl's windowsill. The little girl recovered and was as healthy as ever. The two of them sang, talked, and played together all the time. The girl's mother said the fifth pea was an angel, bringing hope and joy to the little girl. The little girl thought he was not just an angel, but also the best, most wonderful friend in the world.